What is a healthy diet? Eating a healthy diet is not about strict limitations, staying unrealistically thin, or depriving yourself of the foods you love. Rather, it's about feeling great, having more energy, improving your health, and boosting your mood. Healthy eating doesn't have to be overly complicated. If you feel overwhelmed by all the conflicting nutrition and diet advice out there, you're not alone. It seems that for every expert who tells you a certain food is good for you, you'll find another saying exactly the opposite. The truth is that, while some specific foods or nutrients have been shown to have a beneficial effect on mood, it's your overall dietary pattern that is most important. The cornerstone of a healthy diet should be to replace processed food with real food whenever possible. Eating food that is as close as possible to the way nature made it can make a huge difference to the way you think, look, and feel. By using these simple tips, you can cut through the confusion and learn how to create and stick to a tasty, varied, and nutritious diet that is as good for your mind as it is for your body. The Healthy Eating Pyramid. The Harvard Healthy Eating Pyramid represents the latest nutritional science. The widest part at the bottom is for things that are most important. The foods at the narrow top are those that should be eaten sparingly, if at all. The fundamentals of healthy eating. While some extreme diets may suggest otherwise, we all need a balance of protein, fat, carbohydrates, fiber, vitamins, and minerals in our diets to sustain a healthy body. You don't need to eliminate certain categories of food from your diet, but rather select the healthiest options from each category. Protein gives you the energy to get up and go, and keep going, while also supporting mood and cognitive function. Too much protein can be harmful to people with kidney disease, but the latest research suggests that many of us need more high-quality protein, especially as we age. That doesn't mean you have to eat more animal products. A variety of plant-based sources of protein each day can ensure your body gets all the essential protein it needs. Fat. Not all fat is the same. While bad fats can wreck your diet and increase your risk of certain diseases, good fats protect your brain and heart. In fact, healthy fats, such as omega-3s, are vital to your physical and emotional health. Including more healthy fat in your diet, you can help improve your mood, boost your well-being, and even trim your waistline. Fiber. Eating foods high in dietary fiber, grains, fruit, vegetables, nuts, and beans can help you stay regular and lower your risk for heart disease, stroke, and diabetes. It can also improve your skin and even help you to lose weight. Calcium. As well as leading to osteoporosis, not getting enough calcium in your diet can also contribute to anxiety, depression, and sleep difficulties. Whatever your age or gender, it's vital to include calcium-rich foods in your diet, limit those that deplete calcium, and get enough magnesium and vitamins D and K to help calcium do its job. Carbohydrates are one of your body's main sources of energy. But most should come from complex, unrefined carbs, vegetables, whole grains, fruit rather than sugars and refined carbs. Cutting back on white bread, pastries, starches, and sugar can prevent rapid spikes in blood sugar, fluctuations in mood and energy, and a buildup of fat, especially around your waistline. Making the switch to a healthy diet. Switching to a healthy diet doesn't have to be an all-or-nothing proposition. You don't have to be perfect, you don't have to completely eliminate foods you enjoy, and you don't have to change everything all at once. That usually only leads to cheating or giving up on your new eating plan. A better approach is to make a few small changes at a time. Keeping your goals modest can help you achieve more in the long term without feeling deprived or overwhelmed by a major diet overhaul. Think of planning a healthy diet as a number of small manageable steps, like adding a salad to your diet once a day. As your small changes become habit, you can continue to add more healthy choices. Setting yourself up for success. To set yourself up for success, try to keep things simple. Eating a healthier diet doesn't have to be complicated. Instead of being overly concerned with counting calories, for example, think of your diet in terms of color, variety, and freshness. Focus on avoiding packaged and processed foods and opting for more fresh ingredients whenever possible. Prepare more of your own meals. Cooking more meals at home, you can help you take charge of what you are eating and better monitor exactly what goes into your food. You'll eat fewer calories and avoid the chemical additives, added sugar, and unhealthy fats of packaged and takeout foods that can leave you feeling tired, bloated, and irritable, and exacerbate symptoms of depression, stress, and anxiety. Make the right changes. When cutting back on unhealthy foods in your diet, it's important to replace them with healthy alternatives. Replacing dangerous trans fats with healthy fats, such as switching fried chicken for grilled salmon, will make a positive difference to your health. Switching animal fats for refined carbohydrates, though, such as switching your breakfast bacon for a donut, won't lower your risk for heart disease or improve your mood. Read the labels. It's important to be aware of what's in your food, as manufacturers often hide large amounts of sugar or unhealthy fats in packaged food, even food claiming to be healthy. Focus on how you feel after eating. This will help foster healthy new habits and tastes. The healthier the food you eat, the better you'll feel after a meal. The more junk food you eat, the more likely you are to feel uncomfortable, nauseous, or drained of energy. Drink plenty of water. Water helps flush our systems of waste products and toxins, yet many of us go through life dehydrated, causing tiredness, low energy, and headaches. It's common to mistake thirst for hunger, so staying well hydrated will also help you make healthier food choices. Moderation. Important to any healthy diet. What is moderation? In essence, it means eating only as much food as your body needs. You should feel satisfied at the end of a meal, but not stuffed. For many of us, moderation means eating less than we do now. But it doesn't mean eliminating the foods you love. Eating bacon for breakfast once a week, for example, could be considered moderation if you follow it with a healthy lunch and dinner, but not if you follow it with a box of donuts and a sausage pizza. Try not to think of certain foods as off limits. When you ban certain foods, it's natural to want those foods more, and then feel like a failure if you give in to temptation. Start by reducing portion sizes of unhealthy foods, and not eating them as often. As you reduce your intake of unhealthy foods, you may find yourself craving them less, or thinking of them as only occasional indulgences. Think smaller portions. Serving sizes have ballooned recently. When dining out, choose a starter instead of an entree, split a dish with a friend, and don't order supersized anything. At home, visual cues can help with portion sizes. Your serving of meat, fish, or chicken should be the size of a deck of cards, and half a cup of mashed potato, rice, or pasta is about the size of a traditional light bulb. By serving your meals on smaller plates or in bowls, you can trick your brain into thinking it's a larger portion. If you don't feel satisfied at the end of a meal, add more leafy greens or round off the meal with fruit. Take your time. It's important to slow down and think about food as nourishment, rather than just something to gulp down in between meetings or on the way to pick up the kids. It actually takes a few minutes for your brain to tell your body that it has had enough food, so eat slowly and stop eating before you feel full. Eat with others whenever possible. Eating alone, especially in front of the TV or computer, often leads to mindless overeating. Limit snack foods in the home. Be careful about the foods you keep at hand. It's more challenging to eat in moderation if you have unhealthy snacks and treats at the ready. Instead, surround yourself with healthy choices, and when you are ready to reward yourself with a special treat, go out and get it then. Control emotional eating. We don't always eat just to satisfy hunger. Many of us also turn to food to relieve stress or cope with unpleasant emotions such as sadness, loneliness, or boredom. But by learning healthier ways to manage stress and emotions, you can regain control over the food you eat and your feelings. Why are refined carbs and sugar so bad for your health? Refined or simple carbohydrates include sugars and refined grains that have been stripped of all bran, fiber, and nutrients. These include white bread, pizza dough, pasta, pastries, white flour, white rice, sweet desserts, and many breakfast cereals. They digest quickly, and their high glycemic index causes unhealthy spikes in blood sugar levels. They can also cause fluctuations in mood and energy and a buildup of fat, especially around your waistline. When you eat refined carbs, your bloodstream is flooded with sugar, which triggers a surge of insulin to clear the sugar from your blood. All this insulin can leave you feeling hungry soon after a meal, often craving more sugary carbs. This can cause you to overeat, put on weight, and over time lead to insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes. Diets high in refined carbs and sugar have also been linked to high blood pressure, heart disease, obesity, hyperactivity, mood disorders, and even suicide in teenagers. For many of us, cutting back on sugary treats and overcoming our carb cravings can seem like a daunting task. As well as being present in obvious foods such as sugary snacks, desserts, and candies, sugar is also hidden in much of the processed food we eat, from soda, coffee and fruit drinks to bread, pasta sauce, and frozen dinners. But cutting back on these diet saboteurs doesn't mean feeling unsatisfied or never enjoying comfort food again. The key is to choose the right carbs. Complex carbs such as vegetables, whole grains, and naturally sweet fruit digest slower, resulting in stable blood sugar and less fat accumulation. By focusing on whole foods and complex, unrefined carbs, you can reduce your intake of sugar and refined carbs, keep your blood sugar stable, maintain a healthy weight, and still find ways to satisfy your sweet tooth. You'll not only feel healthier and more energetic, you could also shed that stubborn belly fat so many of us struggle with. Good carbs versus bad carbs. Carbohydrates are one of your body's main sources of energy. Health organizations such as the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services recommend that 45 to 65% of your daily calories should come from carbohydrates. However, the majority of these should be from complex, unrefined carbs rather than refined carbs, including starches such as potatoes and corn. Unlike simple carbs, complex carbohydrates are digested slowly, causing a gradual rise in blood sugar. They're usually high in nutrients and fiber, which can help prevent serious disease, aid with weight loss, and improve your energy levels. In general, good carbohydrates have a lower glycemic load and can even help guard against type 2 diabetes and cardiovascular problems in the future. Good carbs include unrefined whole grains, whole wheat or multigrain bread, brown rice, barley, quinoa, brown cereal, oatmeal, non-starchy vegetables, spinach, green beans, Brussels sprouts, celery, tomatoes, legumes, kidney beans, baked beans, peas, lentils, nuts, peanuts, cashews, walnuts, fruit, apples, berries, citrus fruit, bananas, pears. Switching to good carbs. While there are many health benefits to switching from refined to complex carbs, you don't have to consign yourself to never again eating French fries or a slice of white bread. After all, when you ban certain foods, it's natural to crave those foods even more. Instead, make refined carbs and sugary foods an occasional indulgence, rather than a regular part of your diet. As you reduce your intake of these unhealthy foods, you'll likely find yourself craving them less and less. Added sugar is just empty calories. Your body gets all the sugar it needs from that naturally occurring in food, fructose in fruit or lactose in milk. For example, all the sugar added to processed food offers no nutritional value, but just means a lot of empty calories that can sabotage any healthy diet, contribute to weight gain, and increase your risk for serious health problems. Again, it's unrealistic to try to eliminate all sugar and empty calories from your diet. The American Heart Association recommends limiting the amount of added sugars you consume to no more than 100 calories per day, about 6 teaspoons, or 24 grams of sugar for women, and 150 calories per day, 9 teaspoons, or 36 grams for men. If that still sounds like a lot, it's worth remembering that a 12-ounce soda contains up to 10 teaspoons of added sugar, some shakes and sweetened coffee drinks even more. The average American currently consumes 19.5 teaspoons, 82 grams of added sugar each day, often without realizing it. By becoming more aware of the sugar in your diet, you can cut down to the recommended levels and make a huge difference to the way you look, think, and feel. How to cut down on sugar. Slowly reduce the sugar in your diet little at a time, to give your taste buds time to adjust and wean yourself off the craving. Cook more at home. By preparing more of your own food, you can ensure that you and your family eat fresh, wholesome meals without added sugar. Give recipes a makeover. Many dessert recipes taste just as good with less sugar. Avoid sugary drinks, even diet versions. Artificial sweetener can still trigger sugar cravings that contribute to weight gain. Instead of soda, try adding a splash of fruit juice to sparkling water. Or blend skim milk with a banana or berries for a delicious, healthy smoothie. Avoid processed or packaged foods. About 75% of packaged food in the US contains added sugar, including canned soups, frozen dinners, and low-fat meals that can quickly add up to unhealthy amounts. Be careful when eating out. Most gravy, dressings, and sauces are packed with sugar, so ask for it to be served on the side. Eat healthier snacks. Cut down on sweet snacks such as candy, chocolate, and cakes. Instead, satisfy your sweet tooth with naturally sweet foods such as fruit, peppers, or natural peanut butter. Create your own frozen treats. Freeze pure fruit juice in an ice cube tray with plastic spoons as popsicle handles. Or make frozen fruit kebabs using pineapple chunks, bananas, grapes,